All right, Shalom. GMS,
Shalom.
GMS, New Orleans, really statewide, man. All the camps throughout Louisiana. Right, as we always do, we want to give all praise, glory, and honors.
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Papadash.
Give honor once again to the elders apostles of GMS. Peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect. Right. We once again we out here on the highways and byways, man. Right. Right now we're in Baton Rouge. And anybody that's in the Baton Rouge area, man, we on South River Road, man. Right. Pan the camera around to Raising Cane Stadium so you can know. So you can know, all you guys that's sitting around, this is many, like we always go into this, many of you guys from Louisiana that know the truth, that watch GMS, but you sitting somewhere in the house, man, scared to come up. Right? You gotta get on these highways and byways, man. All right? You gotta get up here and contact these camps because we at the end, right, to where the Lord's finna crack this damn thing open, man. To where the wicked, he start eating. All right, they'll have nowhere to go but punishment, man. Judgment is coming to the wicked, all right? In 2/3 of our own people, all right? Something else with that one, too. It's a snippet of it.
It's Isaiah 57:21. There is no peace except my power to the wicked.
There's no peace, right? The law is on the ass of the wicked, man. Starting with the so-called white man. Perfect, trickling down to the 2/3. There's no peace. And the Lord is going to open this thing up so much more to where judgment's going to rain down in the streets of America, right? You thought the C-19 was something. You thought all these other calamities that they came about was something. The Lord's going to rain down, I'm talking about supreme judgment, really throughout the world, right? Because for a long time, you thought that the Most High was pretty much, all right, gone, man. You thought there wasn't no power, so that's why the so-called white man, you didn't sit here and reigned in wickedness for a long time. Where it seemed like there was no Yahweh, man. There was no Yahweh Shai. But now, the Lord did what? Once again, he had put his teachers on the highways and byways, his prophets, man. To tell the nations, to tell the 2/3 and the so-called white man which judgment is getting ready to happen, man, throughout the earth. No peace unto the wicked, man. And we're in them times. Many times right now, at any time of the day, any time of the month, all right, the total collapse of the society is at hand. It just is what it is, man.
Got the Fed now out. They done rolled out.
Yeah, the Fed now, all right, through this government has rolled out, all right, this digital system, man. It started this month. Right? And then, like I said, you niggas out here, you don't know what the hell going on. You bring up Fed now, a nigga look at you like you got 7 heads and 10 horns, man. All right? Somebody have to tell the brother with a fuck at. He might get right up behind. That man,
You in the middle of the street, bro.
That man, busted narrow. Where you going at? Somebody get on the phone with him, bro. He go like, he's the bug of free.
That's the direction.
That's just how he is. This somebody. Yeah, man, go ahead, break it off.
All right, it's 1 Thessalonians 5:3. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right, and that's what the so-called white man been doing a lot of you, man. He been doing this shit through phases. He been bringing you control calamity through order out of chaos in phases, man. Shit have happened, cool back down. Then some shit have happened even more and cool back down. And you people get to a state where you thinking shit is at peace, man. The Most High been hitting your ass in such a way, but he been really giving America those birth pains too, man. Those contractions, man. Read that part again.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh.
Yeah, it's gonna come to where it's really gonna pop, man. When you say peace and safety, it's sudden destruction. Boom. And it's not gonna be. It can't be watered down. It can't be warded off, man. It's just gonna be here. Where?
Cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
There go that woman that we talked about. It's gonna come upon you as travail upon a woman. The same way a woman goes through those phases of contractions and the baby's finna come. That's how the Most High been hitting America with different calamities, man. And the white man has took that same phase, give it to you people. As he seems like he giving you certain liberties, he's taking a lot of shit away from you. Right? The gun, this whole shit that's been going on ever since Sleepy Joe, Banana Joe, been in office. All right, this goddamn clown. Since he's been in office, it's been a mass going around the country. There's been a mass attacks on mass shootings, man. The Furthermore, take your guns away, man. The Furthermore, take your freedoms away. Why he sit there and hit a line of coke off the Oval Office table, man? You know, this is what's going on. All of them just dealing with a bunch of dope fiends and crackheads, man, cokeheads, man. Go ahead.
And they shall not escape.
Yeah, that's the main part. When these things do go down, you shall not fucking escape, man. All right. The Most High is going to destroy a lot of you Israelites. I'm gonna start with you first, man. Start with you niggas first because you gotta get brought up first because once the Lord destroy you, the Lord gonna get on these devil's head quick, man. Give me that one in the Wisdom of Solomon. It's, okay, the one in Wisdom of Solomon says, saying that the Lord is scourge that's gonna destroy his enemies 10 times more. What you got real fast? Why you hold that?
This second Ezra 16 and 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Yeah, see, he said the plagues draw nigh, they're drawing near. Really, they're upon us right now, man. And they're not slack. Go ahead.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month.
Bingo. There go that woman again, man. Go ahead.
Bringing forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth. Great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Yeah, it's slack not a moment. And we're in those times where it's about to slack not a moment. All right? Fed now, digital dollar, economic collapse. That's what's coming out. They didn't improve the Fed now. So now the collapse is getting ready to come in some months, some weeks. You know, wherever the wait, man. Really, wherever the Most High deems it. Because you fucking Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you don't run shit. It's all what the Most High wants to be approved. Through your minds, man. Right? Go ahead.
It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Read one more time, brother.
39, 2 Ezra 16 and 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn.
And the world shall mourn. When they come, didn't they mourn in the time of C-19? I just want to go outside. Niggas got divorced. Niggas killed their baby mama. The baby mama threw hot grease on them. All right?
Murder records got broken.
Huh?
Murder records was broken.
Yeah, murder records was broken.
Domestic violence increased.
Yeah. I heard plenty of stories, even out in the city. That bitch bleached my clothes.
Yeah.
Through COVID, man. Oh, fuck it. Through the C-19. Nigga got their clothes bleached, set on fire. Nigga threw that bitch from off the top balcony. I heard some shit, man. I'm talking about got divorced, ran the bitch ran over him with the car. All this shit was happening through the C-19, man. Showing you people can't even take this man in the house for a meantime, man. All right? Read that part again, though.
It says, and the world shall mourn.
The world was mourning through the C-19. How much more when these other plagues gonna come, man? Go ahead.
And sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
That's right. That's it?
There's not a little more.
Go ahead.
It says, oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle.
How you hear the word of the Lord? Through the prophets, man. Through the mouthpiece of the Lord. That's how you hear the word to make you ready for the battle. The battle is what? What's the battle day? Jacob's trouble. And don't believe these goddamn other crackheads out here. These crackheads and these numbskull niggas out here that tell you that there's no such thing as Jacob trouble. That these things are not going to happen. Though Jacob trouble is going to happen, man. Martial law, right? With the implementation of different FEMA-backed orders, they're going to have troops on these streets, man. Homeless, all right, killers, assassins, to mow you people down to kill you, man. Put you in these different centers. Like, bring the camera around to that, man. This building here can be easily turned into a detention center. Concentration camp within hours, man. All right. This is not a thing that's a fairy tale. It can't happen. It didn't happen before. It happened over here with the Japanese years ago, man.
In World War II.
In World War II. This shit ain't. It's not a joke. Go ahead.
and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Yeah, and in those evils, because those days is going to be evil, man. It told you in Daniel the 12th chapter, a day like no other. All right, so you can put slavery, you can put the Caesar Masada, you can put all these different horrible events that happen in the world all in one cluster, and it's still not gonna make out to the day of the Lord. It's still not gonna make out to that great day that's coming, man. Which maybe a lot of you niggas today, yeah, that's your date, man. That's the day you gonna check out.
Expiration date, man.
And the scriptures say that great and notable day, it shall be like no day before it or never to come after, man.
That's right.
And he put emphasis on that notable day. You got it. Right?
Yeah. Very dreadful, man.
Yes.
Very. I'm talking about some wild acts gonna get pulled off in that time, man. And as we as the mouthpiece of the Lord, we here to tell you that. Don't believe that shit, man. Martial law is gonna happen. The very chipping of the implementation of the chip is gonna be upon people, man. The guillotine is another thing we go into, right?
I got you something else.
The guillotine is gonna happen. Cause what's the most biggest thing now? Did y'all brother see I put that video in there? It's a movie video I think on Netflix called The Sound of Freedom. Where they going in, they put up a drone flying up there, a police drone. It had the blue, it was flicking blue right there. Yeah, I thought that was a police drone. I said, oh shit, get that right there.
That's a good one.
The balloons though.
Oh yeah,
Well, I thought them was drones, like police drones flicking. Oh shit. Yep. You know, they got this movie out with called Sound of Freedom. And they show you the biggest, fastest moving criminal organization now is child trafficking, man. It's even surpassing drugs. Show you that Esau went from drugs to get into another market, man.
Hey, but that's by design. So when they implement that Charagma, they're gonna say, oh, this is gonna do away with crime and trafficking people. They're gonna roll it out like this is this epidemic of stealing kids. It will come down to zero because this technology is gonna start. They're gonna sell it like that, and they're the ones stealing all these kids, man.
They already did with what? The Charagmas and the pets. Oh, you'll never lose your pet again. Just have them Charagma.
It's some big shit, man. It's been going on for quite some time, right? And right along with that, what's on the side of that? What's on the side of that? Organ harvesting, man. These devils are big into organ harvesting. You wonder why Jake just miraculously gets shot or come find somewhere missing and shit? No, it'd be a lot of times it'd be Esau with these body snatchers, man. And they do snatch bodies, man. Right? Case in point, if you ever have a driver's license, you be crazy enough to put organ donor on there, you need to put a big ass bullseye on your back now. Because what happens? You go to the doctor is nothing more than like body mechanics. They're mechanics of the human body. You go in there, put the thing on your heart. He got a good heart, he got good ears. You report that in. This nigga got some good organs, man. And who got the biggest organs on the planet Earth? Jake's, man.
The word doctor means to falsify.
Yeah, but it's a system that they have. It's a hit list, man. You know. You know.
Back of what y'all know what I'm saying. I think it was Rockefeller had all the multiple transplants.
Heart transplants and shit, man. It's a big thing over here. And this devil been doing this thing on that level, man. Like I got books at home going into that, man. Nigga got body snatchers out here that really kidnapping. And they made a movie about it, Repo Man. They made a movie about this shit. How they go around with the body snatchers to get those organs, man. It's a big business on the black market.
Yeah,
right?
I just looked this up on Google. It says who is targeted, just backing up the elder's point, who is targeted for organ harvesting. It says forced organ harvesting is cruel and immoral, often targeting ethnic and religious minorities and some of the most vulnerable groups in the world. And what does it mean when it says minority? It's talking about you so-called Native Americans Latinos and Negroes. Even Esau, he labels us that in this society, even though the scriptures tell us whereas the sand is the sea. So we're really the majority, but in the society, Esau calls us the so-called minorities. Man. So we're the most targeted for these acts on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Forced organ harvesting, sex trafficking, and many more, man.
And that proves that point that you just read off. That proves exactly who the devil on the earth is too, because it said that the immoral do these. So
I'm gonna read it again.
Well,
It says forced organ harvesting is cruel and immoral.
if it's cruel anymore, well, who's cruel anymore throughout the earth?
Who
The
is
devil.
Esau Edom?
You don't see no Jakes going to take niggas' horns and trying, stealing them and shit. That's the
Right.
devil doing that. No?
Yeah, they showed you that on that movie. What it was? Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Trying to take dude's soul, man.
And he had many things coming around throughout the South. Guys coming up, that shit. They just had one down there where this brother stayed at. I can't remember the city. But down where another brother in the camp stayed, a nigga just got messed up. And then when his parents went to go view his body, he was already missing his organs and shit. Another one just happened over on the East Coast, man.
And if I can say this in two, you got on your license, so you'll have that heart on your license, right?
Yeah.
So when you put that heart on your license, you giving Esau the authority to take everything out of your body once you pronounce dead. I had a homie that he died in Lake Charles. Before his family could get to him, within 2 hours they had already took his heart out. I show you how Esau moved, man.
Hey, y'all ever seen that video? There's a video that went viral, man. They had this dude, he pulled the body bag open, and they had his brother whole body was open, nothing was in him. He broke down on the scene.
They did that to Jake too a couple years back. They took all his parts and they stuffed that brown tissue in them. Stuffed that brown tissue in and put them in a mat, what's a rug?
Yeah, I remember that. That's one. Yeah, in Georgia. Yeah.
At a school. At a school, put them down the bleachers.
Yeah. Now, who got enough fucking time in the high school to do all that? With some professionals, man.
And a bustling youngster.
Yeah.
Went to some old white man somewhere.
You know?
And they said that the chick, Tamika Jenkins, in Chicago, they say they missed her, but that was the purpose of her coming up missing, or like something like that. I read.
Yeah. You know, and this devil, man. This how he gets down. He's been on that stuff. You got it. Don't worry about it. Whoever got something else.
Can I read this real quick? To back up that point. This is what you quoted. It says Kendrick Johnson, Savannah, Georgia. The parents of a Georgia teen whose body was found inside a rolled-up wrestling match at school said the fact that their son was recently found to be buried without his internal organs is a new reason to suspect signs of foul play were covered by investigators.
Right. And like I say, going back to that movie Sounds of Freedom, you know, what's old boy? I think he died. It's a movie actor that played it. The one that played in Mission Impossible.
John Boyd?
Huh?
John Boyd?
I think it's Die Hard. My bad.
Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis. He bringing it. I think it's produced by him. He already on his dying bed, so now I guess he's going on a Michael Jackson tour. You know, just fuck it. I'm just go out and tell the truth what's going on. Right? Which even that guy Tyrese been going into that. He said that Hollywood, which we know, Hollywood is a bunch of freaks, man. A bunch of child lovers, man.
Mel Gibson. He going on a campaign talking about sex trafficking.
Yeah, I think that's his shit.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Mel Gibson. That's his shit. That shit called Sound of Freedom, man. That thing's a Netflix special. Showing you what they're doing, man. Go ahead.
Your boy doing it too. Ice Cube. He said he been
Yeah, they didn't shut him down with the basketball shit, you know?
big three. Yeah.
Yeah, they shut that shit down, man. All right, nigga, you can't play ball on our court unless we want you to. You give up your daughter, your children, different shit like that. You can't play ball, man. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, this is 2 Ezra 15:8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
They profanely commit this shit, man. All right, Esau openly commit this shit all to the masses, man. And he show you what he's doing, then he deems everybody crazy, man. When you come out with this shit, like y'all brother seen the shit I put up there with the Oreo. Yeah, this shit goes back to the cross of Leviathan, man. Which goes back to 666, right? The infinity number. Right? This what these devils get. This how these devils get down, man. Go ahead.
Neither will I suffer them in those days, in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
They wickedly exercise in this shit, man. America has been built on witchcraft and sorcery, wickedness, man. Right? And the ones that's spearheading this thing of the hierarchy, they all into it. Child check. Who? You can't even go steal a fucking pills out of Walmart, but yet you tell me you can traffic kids from California to Atlanta to Louisiana to up here without them knowing. Come on, man. They fucking know this shit, man. Guns, the drugs. Who bring the drugs into the country? This goddamn devil, man. These goddamn, they know who's going up and down these fucking way stations, these 18-wheelers, these fucking boats and planes, man. Right, like I got a video where Edomite dope fiend, man. He said, it's the weirdest shit I ever seen in my life. He said one night I'm smoking heroin, and he said the next day heroin is gone off the streets. It's just gone. You can't even find it in the whole state, and all of a sudden fentanyl hits the scene, man. Who can do that, man? Overnight. Nobody but this fucking devil, man. He controls it. He controls the drugs, man. Go ahead. Real quick, what you got?
This is Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
That's the so-called white man. He the one that devises iniquity, man. He's the author of all iniquity, man.
That's right.
This nigga is I'm talking about the founding forefather of wickedness, man.
Spearheads the wickedness, man.
All right, go ahead.
It says, when the morning is light, they practice it once, them exercising.
Right.
It says, because it is in the power of their hand.
Because it's in the power of their hand. They're ruling right now, man. Right? They're the most scumbag nation that there ever was, man. The most basest of men. Right? And they practice on a higher level of sorcery, man. That's how this nigga gets his power to do what he do. And he's been reigning in that seat for quite some time, to where all of a sudden now that we on the scene, and the prophets and teachers, to where the Lord is getting ready to phase this devil out, man. But right now, hey, he the top nigga, man. You know, this nigga is, I'm talking about an all-time high with this shit. Drugs? Nigga, I am drugs. I am the one that put, hey, Finkelstein said that shit, man. He said we the wholesalers of everything, man. Yeah, he said we the wholesaler, anything that you can name, we the wholesalers of it, man. They gotta come through us to get that. All the top drug dealers in America, throughout the world, we set them up. What he said on the video, he said we set them up, and then we take them down when we want to and set up another guy, man.
What's that guy that took down the Black Panthers? J. Edgar
Hoover, man, the cross-dresser.
Yet another example,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he been doing them guys fucking crazy, man. They already had Moes all in that shit and killed them. Like that one guy in New York, they shut that house up over 200 some times, 200 some plus times, man. He made it out, and then made it out a month later, they still killed him. One guy came out there with the Black Panthers. Raise your hands. Come out, put your hands up. He came out there, blew his head, blew his body out, man. You know? Yeah, what the name of the movie? Yeah, they set it off on his ass, man. You know? Yeah. But that's what happens when you come up against, hey man, this devil's gonna plan to do us the same way, man.
Yes.
You know? He's gonna plan to do us the same way. Set it off. But Lord, what the Lord gonna let us set it off on his ass, man? You know? Yeah, more, right? Hold on, real quick. You finished over there? You dying? Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You got it.
Real quick. This is human trafficking on the rise in Louisiana. It says, according to the Human Trafficking Prevention Resource Center in Louisiana, in 2022, 992 victims of human trafficking were reported as receiving services.
Hey, who the fuck? All of a sudden, it's out the blue. This shit wasn't technically going on all of a sudden, but all of a sudden now it's a big major thing. Now all of a sudden you got all these Latinos here. He get to work. They're the workers. They don't give a fuck. As long as you paying them, hey, bring the 18-wheeler, back it up, man. Yeah. Fuck it. Get off here, fucker. Get them off the truck, put them in containers. And like I said, I got a book at home tell you all these major containers come on these boats. There be people in them, man. Be people in there. Where are they already refrigerated? Somebody that freezing to death. Cause this devil, like I said, one thing about you fucking devils, man, that's been coming out. You all about that adrenochrome, man.
Yep.
No, I got another video where you got a little boy standing with Sleepy Joe as they giving a speech. The nigga reach him one of the tubes. It's like a medical tube that got adrenochrome in it. You see the little boy reach Sleepy Joe the tube. He put it in his pocket, man. But this is how you devils get off. You devils are all about. You love that adrenochrome, man.
Vampires.
Yeah. But go ahead, huh?
God, bro. It says 88% of victims reported identified as female. 79% of victims reported were identified as sex trafficking victims, and 70% of victims were under the age of 17 years old.
Hey, but it's all coming out, man. Epstein Island. Epstein Islands. Because it was more than one island, too, man. Let's not forget that, man. And ever since this Pizzagate shit came out, you devils, the skirt been lifted on you, man. How you got the black web where I can go, I can go and say I want a cheese pizza. Just by me wanting the pizza, by putting cheese on it, that means a little boy, man. Or I want a pizza with red sauce, that means a little girl. That's how you devils talk. Give me that Amos 6. You know, this how these devils talking code and symbolism, man.
Proverbs 6.
You know? Yeah, Proverbs 6. That's how you devils talk, man.
Naughty man. That's Esau Edom. He's a naughty man.
Yeah, the funny forefathers here was brought up on symbolism, occultic symbols and shit. So you do the same shit when it comes to wickedness, man, with children, with guns, with drugs, man. Talking code. Go ahead.
Mark 4:22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that should come abroad.
One more time. That's on time right there.
Mark 4:22. For there is nothing hid.
There's nothing hid. Especially now that the Lord has put the prophets on the highways and byways. All right, the Lord really exposing Esau through us, man. Bringing a lot of information out on this devil, man, in righteousness, man. Because everything, first and foremost, has been done what? Filtered through this, man. Through these scriptures, man. Go ahead.
Which shall not be manifested.
Yeah, go ahead.
Neither was anything kept secret, but it shall come abroad.
And it is what? It's been coming abroad, man. The exposing of this devil, how this devil really get down, man. You're a bunch of boy lovers, man. This is Rome 2.0, 2.5 all over again, man. You know? Go ahead.
This is Daniel 11:36. It says, and the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers,
right,
nor the desire of women.
Yeah, no, this nigga don't have desire in women, man. The so-called white man, his desire is a long hour at PetSmart, man. All right, that's where he make his groceries at, man. Looking at little dogs and shit. Looking at chickens and birds and lizards. The fuckers. I'm going straight to it. He want to try to pop them and shit, man. That's why Job said what he said. You know, yeah, I would not consider them to sit with my dogs, to fuck with my dogs, man. Because what are they gonna do? He's gonna try long and hard to get a dog pregnant, which he can't, but this devil gonna do it, man. Like you St. Tammany Parish fucking Edomites out here, man. Y'all known for that over there, man. I read one. I had read one up like a little bit above Covington. I guess the dude must have had some cattle. The man said, man, I don't even want to get vocal like it, but I read the article. Said the man caught the dude in his barn or whatever with the horse. He come out that bitch. He come out that bitch shirt dirty. I'm just gonna put it like that, man.
No, he was doing.
Covered in that peanut butter, man. That's what you niggas do, though, man. You Edomites, you're big on that. You're big on children. And like I said, that article said 15, but you get down with 3 O's. Hey, because let's get it on the Talmud. With them Gooderax, man. In the Talmud, you say that it says in the Bible, thou shalt not lay down with mankind. What you do? You go around and say, thou shalt lay with a little boy, man. Preferably around the ages of what? 2. It really don't even matter to you, man.
You ain't got no pics.
It really it really don't even fucking matter to you devils, man. You do it, all right? And that book that's a vile fucking book, man. I done got into a little bit of that early on. That should have your head spinning, man. The book of Talmud, man. But that's the thoughts of the wicked. That's how you get down. All right. That's why I don't understand all these goddamn Catholic priests. All right, and came out sleeping with these men, multiple of these boys and men, and you still got the children going there, man. Oh, thou holy father, this nigga done popped everybody in your family, but then you move them to another state and change the name, man. You know? So, that's it right there? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It wasn't that book. Come on, bring it out real fast.
This is the book, Who is Esau Edom by Charles A. Wiseman. And this is in the Talmud. If one, and it's in Sanhedrin 54b, if one committed sodomy with a child of less than 9 years old, no guilt is incurred.
That's the devil, man. That's the thoughts of a devil, man. That's a book of a devil. That's how you big on that shit, man. Big on that shit. Oh, what's the problem? That's ass. That's why I said he working on laws right now to try to marry children, man. You got that? I was looking at this. Go ahead, brother.
It's a rainbow icon. It says love is gender and age blind, and they got a bunch of men with women and a little boy at the end on the rainbow flag, man.
So what was going on? What was going on in the time of the Roman Empire before it collapsed? The same goddamn thing, man. You would see a man walking around with a Roman toga. You think that's his son? No, that's his lover, man. The same way it's getting here. It's foul as fuck here, man. I'm talking about it's wide open now. What you see on the TV, niggas gender fluid, niggas. You got all type of ABCs now, man. Niggas making up ABCs now. Go ahead.
Yeah. When you go into that word Talmud, it means instructions or these simple law. Right? That's what it means, man. So when you actually reading it, that's the instructions for the devil, and that's the civil law, man. That's the law they apply.
That's how they get down.
Yeah, that's how they get down. That's what the word means.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree their righteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, like a couple years ago, I still got it. We said that a bill was passed in the United States Army that you can be a transformer and practice bestiality, man, in the Army. Then you bring it out, everybody looking fucking crazy at you, man. But this is the thoughts of the wicked. This is how he get done. And he wants everybody like that. Give me C-Rack 10. C-Rack 10.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, real quick. This from End Time headline. It said the CDC has just issued guidance on how biological males can chest feed newborn babies.
Ridiculous.
Hey, but that's why that black scientist came out and said how they been dumping. I forgot the name of this word. It's a long ass A word. They've been dumping it in these inner cities where you Jake said they've been dumping it in the water, man, turning you into switch hitters, man. All right, like back in the day, remember when we were coming up, you had Red Fox would do that. So we have to go back to this, man. You know, gotta bring this back out, making you niggas like this, man.
They ain't gonna throw out a no freedom on signal.
Yeah. But you niggas, you don't care, man. Well, I said we just seen a bunch of them around here, man. A bunch of goddamn women running around like men. All right. Well, I said the bit look like Jim Jones with them bow legs, man. They all look just like Jim Jones. You slap a beer in her face, she look like Jim Jones, man. And that woman had a whole lot of ass. You know? But that's what's going on here, man. Everything is fucked up and jacked up. The men want to be women, and the women want to be men. You know? All aggressive and shit. Sounding like not Macho Man Randy said. These hoes aggressive, man. Taking them pills. You know, turning that little thing in the bush to a man in the bush, man. Getting all type of work done. Getting the voice box. Niggas getting their voice box taken out. You got niggas, what the scripture says, a man, he shouldn't sodomize himself, man. But you niggas gonna get it done out here.
A man that that doesn't have a privy member should enter into the kingdom. Like cut off his privy member.
Yeah, you
So
niggas,
not enter into
you niggas get your shit cut off, man.
Taking hormones.
Yeah, that too. I just see, man. The last 2 weeks I've been hovering around Baton Rouge for very different reasons. And I done seen more niggas with titties than the law would allow, man. You know, you niggas is fucked up down here, man. Especially you niggas over here in Port Allen. You niggas are in Port Allen, but a bunch of goddamn punks, man. Serious, man. Niggas punks over there in Port Allen, man. Shit is a shame. Go ahead, Doc.
God, it's Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Yeah, this whole shit was set up by deceit, man. All the robbery of America was got by deceit, treachery. All right, we standing right here at the Red Stick, man.
Yeah.
The Red Stick was established by the Native Americans of planting their stick, establishing what we call Baton Rouge, man. By that, it's like a replica of the stick, man, or the actual stick. Okay. But who stole Baton Rouge? You fucking devils, man. Then you set up, get a picture of that building over there. Then you set up architecture like that, man. Yeah, Red Stick. That's me, Baton Rouge, Red Stick. That's where Baton Rouge come from. Red Stick. Right?
The history behind it
We see the map.
is they used to put they used to kill them devils and had their blood on the
Yeah,
stick.
dripping down the stick, man.
Yeah,
That's how it was founded.
Yeah.
Bloody cold.
You mean show me a map real fast? I want to see a map.
Like
Somebody else. Yeah, what do you got?
Baton Rouge, the word baton, like if you run track, you get a baton, that's a stick.
Yes.
The word rouge, it means red. So it's clearly, Baton Rouge, like the brother said, it's in French. Just to throw that out there.
That's almost like a mock. When they run the marathon, they passing the stick on, man. You ain't the man marked this territory with it, man. And like you say, mark them damn devils. That's just like a mock. They be dropping the baton and all that shit, man. So it's a lot of he run those rule all those boarding games. I mean,
It's called
games,
Belmont.
running games and shit.
What's it called over there? Belmont.
Niggas
Oh,
devils,
yeah.
man.
Across that bridge going this way. Hell,
Mountains. Belmont.
Yeah.
Belmont.
God,
Belmont over here. They got a part right there on the curve. I think they actually put that red stick over there on the curve of the Mississippi River. It's called Negro Point, man. Free Negro Point or some shit like that.
That's across the river. I know
Yeah.
you're talking about Free Negro Point.
Yeah.
That's where the slaves used to try to swim from this side to go over there for freedom, and most of them drowned in the river.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this shit with you devils, man. You devils got a lot to pay for, man. On top of the wickedness you done done in our times, man. You gonna bring it out? The picture of it? Yeah.
They got a lot of plantations up there.
Yeah, anything now. You can ride this very street right here all the way back to New Orleans, and you'll pass up on both sides of the river. You'll pass up multiple plantations, man. Right, and the most vicious plantation there was called Whitney. Right, which they set up. They set up something called Whitney Bank. That's all the same family. Right, when them niggas revolted up there at Whitney Bank or Whitney Plantation, you know what they did? They cutting niggas' heads off, put them in the middle of the river on stakes, man. All right, they still got a replica of that very act at that plantation to this day. You know, I don't know if it's back open because it got destroyed by the storm. One of the storms came through, destroyed it a little bit, but you know that's what was going on over there, man.
That's historical. They're gonna get that bag up and running.
Go ahead.
I got something real quick. It said in southern Louisiana, rich black soil along the banks of bayous in the Mississippi River ruled over 250,000 acres. By the Civil War, Louisiana had about 1,600 plantations,
1,600, man.
large enough to have at least 50 slaves working on each. These plantations covered more than 40% of the land fit for farming.
Yeah.
40% of the land in the state, slavery plantations.
The one we went to a couple of years ago as a camp, they ain't too far from here. It's like right up the fucking street.
right,
In the middle of Baton Rouge.
Going that way.
Yeah, in the middle of Baton Rouge, man. On the street called Holland, man.
Right there by Allen Street.
And you got you niggas want to go get married on the plantation, man. You niggas sick, man. You some sick ass niggas, man. Birthday party on the plantation. You niggas crazy. Yeah, I done ran into some. I'm gonna say this. Working oil and gas, I done ran into some niggas out here that they still, their family still stay on the same plantation they've been on since they came their ass over here, man. I'll go home to the plantation. I'm like, nigga, you ain't left that bitch in? You niggas is crazy out here, man.
I had a documentary about one of them niggas. He was living on the same farm as the people that enslaved him. Oh, these my friends. How's that your friend? Your friend is not an Edomite, man.
Is Israel a homeborn slave?
Damn. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 47 and 11 through 13 in the NLT. It says, so disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm your way out of it.
Yeah, that's right. You won't be able to charm your way out of it. You know, it ain't no so-called peace treaties. There's nothing you can do to stop the judgment that Yahweh Shemiah Shai is about to send forth. You know, that's why we get 2 Ezra 15 and 16. It says, when the fire is coming, and what? No one can turn it back. You know, because the Lord has those thermonuclear missiles that's already prepared, you know, and ready to hit this place. Go ahead.
Calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out of it. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one for which you are not prepared.
Right. Hey, you brought out the 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter 2.
Right.
Going into what them not it says what the brother get it real quick. Yeah, 5 and 3.
Peace and safety.
Peace and safety. You know, the sudden destruction. You know, so that's ultimately what we're looking forward to, man. You know, a great destruction. Okay, you got some more on that?
Yeah, you got some more. Now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you.
Yeah, that's really what Yahweh Shemiah Shai being sarcastic with them. All right, the scripture tells us that what they're gonna go to the sorcerers and the charmers, but what that left hand side power is not gonna work no more. You know, there's nothing you can do.
A little bit more says, all the advice you have received has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month?
Right.
Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds.
Yep. Hey, just like in the times of Daniel, you know, when they were subject to going to the sorcerers and things of that nature, but at the end, it says, well, there was no power like Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Well, that's the same power, right, which the prophets, the men of the Lord that you see out on the highways and hedges, you know, that you know, ultimately that we're calling to. You know, we're letting you people know, you know, straight to the forefront, okay?
The 5th chapter, many tekel or parson, your kingdom has been numbered and finished. And a lot of these elites, they'll go into a room and they'll have a chair in the middle, and that chair will be empty, but that chair is for the spiritual demon Satan, man. That's what they consult with. So there's going to be a time where that advice is going to run out, because ultimately the spiritual demon Satan is ultimately controlled by Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man, to do his will. So you've been fooled. He saw the scriptures tell you the deceived and the deceiver are his, man. Right. So we work for Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. Hey, when we be on that right hand side, you got
utilize false prophets, false pastors, and teachers that got off doctrine. You read the book of Micah, it say that it says going to come a time where they won't have a vision. They won't have a prophecy to give. This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 6. It says, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood?
Yeah, yep. Hey, that's asking you that. Can you do that? No man can do that. You know? Go ahead.
It says, or may any one quench the fire and stubble when it had begun to burn.
That's right. And that's talking about the upcoming judgments, man. All right, the scriptures speak about how what the will of the Lord, we have the testimony, right, which ultimately is what the spirit of prophecy, man. So we are out to prophesy and tell you the things what you should be looking forward to. All right, now if you don't take heed, that's on you, right? But you Negroes, Latinos, and natives can't say that you haven't been warned, okay? Because yeah, you here to sit, you know, under this devil and take heed unto him. All right, as it speaks about in Isaiah the 30th chapter. All right, but what that covering, it can't cover you from the judgments to come.
Yeah, that's right? What it say. It say what I'm gonna get it. It say what will you say? This is matter of fact right here. This is verse 66, 65. It says, and when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sin shall be the accusers in that day. It says, what will ye do, and how will ye hide your sins before the Most High and His angels?
That's right. And the answer is you can't. Right? That's the whole reason of what Yahweh Shemiah Shai judging this place, man. You're being judged off of your wicked acts, man. All right? You taking on the covenant that's dealt with you being found with adultery. All right? You going out and basically going contrary to what the Heavenly Father wants, you know, which brought out the counts in slavery. That's the whole reason why we're here today, right? But the scriptures speak about what the prey depart and not. Yeah, you still can't see that, you know? You can't see that this devil got a lock hold on you, you know, and you don't want to depart away from it, okay? Because what? You reject Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Okay. What?
It's Jeremiah 23.
Yeah, 23
and 23, it says, am I a power at hand?
You see, and that corresponds with 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter, right? Because what many people, it says what they slack, they believe that the Lord is slack concerning his promise, right? Now with the Lord having that promise come full forth, what comes with that? Judgment on the other hand of it, you know, and that's the day that we wait for. Okay, but it says what? Is Yahweh Bashim Yahshua power what?
At hand?
All right, go ahead.
Am I a power at hand, said the Lord Yahweh, and not a power afar off? Question mark.
Yeah.
Can any hide himself in secret places?
Backing up brothers up. Can any hide himself in secret places to where Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's judgment is not gonna meet you? What's the answer? Fuck no. You know, you can't run away from the. Hey, the scriptures speak about that in the book of Proverbs, how what the Lord direct every man's step. So where you gonna run? Okay, from the Creator that what directs what you gonna do on a day-to-day basis. Okay, it's nowhere to go.
Can any hide in secret places that I shall not see him? Said the Lord, do not I feel heaven and earth?
Even when it comes down to you know, you need this. All right? Because you're gonna set up them underground bunkers, you know, you at least gonna pay X amount of thousands to $1 million to believe that they have a security, but at the end of the day, they're not gonna be found secure. Okay? The Lord is gonna use what the elect, you know, once America is obliterated, to go and dig you up out of them pits.
Man, that shows that this devil don't have no power, no wisdom, right? Because the scriptures say in the book of Deuteronomy, it says, "Oh, that they have been wise, that they have considered their latter end."
Yep.
Right?
And that started way from Genesis, right? When he took that, when he sold that birthright, that started way from that point, you know, or even from the beginning, when you go a little further back with Cain and Abel, he would have considered what, slaying his brother, knowing that what in the end you have to answer for that shit. You know, that's why scriptures speak about what their sins have reached unto heaven. Yep. Okay? This devil got a rap sheet. I'm talking about a rap sheet that what nothing you can do is gonna leave you scot-free. Okay?
Speaking of Genesis, the scripture say what? His blood cried out.
Yeah.
He slayed his brother.
Oh wait, can somebody get Ezekiel 36?
That sign on him, man, throughout the earth, that we're still able to identify Esau, Edom, and track him back to Cain, even back to the serpent, man. That spirit that was in him. Yeah.
If I can say, the Lord left a blood trail, and that's how you find a bloody man, by finding his blood, or following his trail of blood, man. Right. All right, that's it. That's why it says in Genesis 9:6 that he that killed by blood shall.
I got it right.
The other one, the other one in Ezekiel. One in Ezekiel talking about blood pursuit.
Yeah, blood, exactly. Okay. Because why? He pursued blood. Yeah, only thing a bloody man can get is blood. Is that like there's nothing else that could come to him? His blood got to get split. Where it said in Genesis.
It's Genesis 9:6. Whoso shedded man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Yeah. So who track men's blood down? Men gonna track his blood down. And but. When you're getting chased for your blood, then your blood gotta get spilled. See, he gonna cry and sort it out with tears. Hey, look, just let me get by, man. But no, you gotta get that, man.
Yeah, that's a beautiful point you said that, because in Hebrew it says what this devil can't repent.
He can't repent.
So it's nobody to save you. Who you gonna call and cry out to?
Yeah. And when he coming and trying to repent, that means he see the forces against him. Mm-hmm. Bring out your precept, because I got a precept to show that the real spirit in.
It's Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And the scriptures speak about how the Lord has a perpetual hatred towards this devil, right? So what's the number one way to piss the Lord off? You want to go against what? His children. You know, and that's exactly what this devil been doing since we got here.
Oh, yeah? About the force of the sword and the time of their calamity.
This lines right up with who? With Cain. The force of the Esau, right? The force of the sword, your blessing, okay? The thing that was given unto you is ultimately going to lead up to your destruction. Right?
And the time that the iniquity had an end.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, as I live, says the Most High, Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
So your judgment, your fate has already been sealed. All right, as it speaks about in Job, is that 14 and 5? You know, when it basically says that what the days are determined. It's already set in stone. Okay, go ahead.
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, you live your life in wickedness, right? Scripture say, woe to the bloodthirsty, well, that's this devil. Even says one in Nahum 3, it says, what, woe to the bloody city, right? The same one that you got off rape, rob, and murder. All right, off of the backs of the Negroes, Latinos, and natives. And now none of us, ran off. Right. You know, we still here. Because what? We're waiting on Yahweh Shah, man. All right, to come and deliver us. Him and him only. Go ahead.
That's will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut it off from it, him, so like it, from it, him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Yeah, that blood gonna pursue you, you know? Because what? Your rap sheet, all your wicked, even the things that you think that we're not capable of knowing. Right, the scriptures say how the things of Esau Edom searched out. Well, it's because what Yahweh Shemi Shah put his spirit in us to know these wicked things that you're doing. So that's why he hates. Go ahead.
If I can add, also they shed our Lord blood.
Yeah.
All right. So even with them sharing his blood, Yahweh Shah is known. Get this in the online etymology. Get trailblazer. See, Yahweh Shah is a trailblazer, man. So by them shedding his blood, he gonna trail their ass, man. You understand what a trailblazer is? The Lord, Yahweh Shah is after them. He's sitting on a throne, but he gonna leap. When you leap behind something, you after something, man. So since so blood gonna trail his ass, man.
Hey, they call him the border of wickedness. So if you want to find what his devil is,
find the blood.
Find the blood.
You know how they say follow the money?
Yeah.
Follow the blood with the devil, man.
Hey, they said it was a comedy on what's that fucking dance movie, bro, from back in the day? Kid that played House Party, and he was like, the police will find you. He follow the
drill. And the drip is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Ain't nowhere you go in this place. Nowhere you go in this place is it righteous. You know, Scripture speak about that in Proverbs 29. When the righteous bear rule, the people you rejoice. But yet everybody's fucking mourning. Even you devils, you didn't get down. You didn't got down to the nitty gritty to where even your own fellow Edomite brothers and sisters are fucked off in this place. But that goes to what? Your American greed. And that's soon to be taken away.
You got that?
Thank you.
What they got in there?
This is didn't say too much on the online etymology, but this is
get it in a regular.
I got it. This is on the Cambridge Dictionary. The first person to do something or go somewhere who shows that it is also possible for other people.
Yeah, so as they follow man's blood, well, Yahweh Shah gonna follow their ass, man. And that's what he did made it possible for our Lord to follow his ass, man. Because really, if you don't follow blood not gonna pursue you, man. So that coming for your ass, man. Since you walked in the footsteps of death, you get tracked with death behind you, man. And eventually it's gonna catch up to you, right? Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, it's one in Proverbs 2, I believe, is in the first or the fourth. You got one? Okay. It's one in Proverbs that basically give us the warning and the instruction and the wisdom to understand to tell us, love not innocent blood. Yep. You know, it say, my son, run away from it. Right? But yet this devil, he don't know how to do those things, man, because ultimately by design, he was created to be the wicked in the earth. Okay? His brother, I'm gonna have one.
I got one. Bring out this because you read Genesis 9:6, but this verse 5, it says, and surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of every man. At the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man.
You see? And that goes to show, even from the beginning, these things were declared, right? So, like I said, by design, everyone has to fill out their fate. You know, there's no running away from it. The wicked going, it tells in Revelation 22, hey, the wicked gonna be wicked, the righteous gonna be righteous. So at the end of the day, you gotta pick your side, you know? And whether you pick it or not, well, at the end of the day, as it speaks about as Daniel 12 and 13, every man gonna fall into their lot, whether they like it or not.
A judgment choose sides.
Yeah.
They choose everybody's fate. Mm-hmm. Judgment is everybody's fate. At the end of the day, you either be judged for righteousness or wickedness. But that's why the Lord said Ezra that he like his judgment until a ring. Yeah. Judgment just come back around to what it is, man. That's all it is. It's a beginning. That's why it says that it's not, therefore the swiftness of the last of the
Slackness.
end,
I
the
get it.
slackness. Yeah, get it, brother? I'm paraphrasing bad, but judgment making his rounds.
Yeah.
All right, saying that he judged without mercy, he shall be judged without mercy.
I got it.
Right? So judgment following his ass, man. Merciless is following him. All right, since see he was merciless.
And the Lord tells Matthew to judge that ye shall not be judged.
Yeah.
So the same shit that this devil issue on the left hand side is wickedness. That's what he gonna get at the end of the race. You know.
It said, "Well, what you shall be meat, or met shall be meat unto you, or meat MET, or however it go. Whatever you meet, or judge, yeah, like you're gonna judge it unto yourself. Go ahead out.
This is the book of Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 42.
My bad,
and he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. And that's reincarnation in itself. So
yes.
When Cain, all right, when he murdered Abel, who did he come back as? Who did that spirit come back into? Esau, Edom. The Lord said he was gonna put that curse. I don't want to say it, but that mark on him, right? Which was ultimately leprosy. All right, it tells you in Numbers that let us not be as one that whose flesh is have consumed, he cometh out of the womb. Right. It's talking about Esau, man. Hey, so it followed him, but it got some more. It says, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
Hey, Salaki. Now I thought you about to mention it in Numbers. In Numbers 34, it says that until the third and fourth generation, that them by no means will clear the guilty.
Right.
Well, why the Lord judging? He's like clear the guilty, meaning what? That man was found guilty of something, and that's why he been a vagabond. He been running. I think a fugitive and a vagabond. I think that was the elders in Dallas that Lincoln Esau came back into this devil today or the serpent today, man. And that's how we can file him, bro. We got a trail of blood behind his ass, man. And his judgment filing him. His judgment running beyond him.
Hey, and the brother brought out too. You know that curse that was put upon him. You know the M-A-R-K. That proves exactly who the devil is, man. That shows too that ring of judgment don't miss. You know.
And that was a fire sit down the brothers did Lincoln Esau Cain. Yeah. Because like you want to, we know this damn devil is all about deceit and the cards are stacked against him. But I want to bring this precept off to let you know, man, this devil don't think he did nothing wrong in the earth, and this is the spirit he on. This is Genesis 4:23. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. And Lamech is the grandson of Cain. Hearken unto my speech.
Not the righteous Lamech.
All right. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain be avenged 70-fold, truly Lamech 70 and 7-fold. So why is he saying Cain gonna be avenged? Because the Lord put a curse on Cain. The Lord was anti-Cain. So they was feeling like, oh, you fucked over us. All right, we're gonna avenge what is done to Cain. So these people are anti-Yahweh Shem Awashai. This guy was like, what you did to my grandfather, we're gonna get you people back for it. All right, and that's the same spirit they was like that. He said he was a murderer from the beginning. Right. This is the beginning. And he's never changed. You got it, all right?
Right. Yeah, a little bit more. It says 2 Ezra 5:42 again. He said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. Like as there is no slackness of the last.
Hey, because you got to think about it too, even concerning the Israelites, right? It tells us in Amos 3 that we're subject to what the iniquity of our forefathers, right? That's the whole reason why we're doing our bid here, you know? So what makes you think if the Lord's chosen people then been found and had to come and do our time of slavery, that this devil who the Lord hates is not going to have to do this?
Hey, I wanted to make a point too, because you live out your judgment from your past lives also, man. Going into that reincarnation scenario, it's in the scriptures. I believe it's in the book of John. They had a blind man, and the disciples asked. They say, "Well, Lord, is this the judgment for his parents or him?" You know, so that shows that judgment comes back around.
That's right. It said the latter end. It said, "Even so, there is no swiftness of the first."
All right, this Nahum 1:1, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Ecclesite. The Most High is jealous, and the Most High revengeth. You see,
it even was told it to Esau in the beginning, right? The Lord said, "What? No man is gonna revenge him because what? I'm gonna come and do it." You know, go ahead.
The Most High revengeth, and in spirits, the Most High will take vengeance on his adversaries.
Who is the Lord's number one adversary in the earth? Esau, Edom. Okay, because you got to think about and tie that to, right? It speaks about that in 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter, with concerning Yahushua when he was Adam. You know, go ahead.
And he reserved wrath for his enemies.
You see, he reserved it. So to the elect, he reserves us. You know, Lord willing, we build that number to what? Everlasting life, to get beamed up out of here. Okay? But for this devil, hey, he got a black stone. You know, his judgment awaits him. Go ahead.
Most High slow to anger and in great in power, and would not at all quit the wicked.
That's right. He's slow to anger, but great in power. Okay, and it tells us that in the book of Romans as well, you know, concerning how what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is long suffering. It says what that he's long suffering, that he may show his power, you know, that what he loves Israel, but what he has a judgment set out for the it says what for the we'll say the vessels that was fit for dishonor. Yeah. The vessels of dishonor. Go ahead.
God. The Most High have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. And the clouds are the dust of his feet.
And that was it. That's good. I just want to point, you know, when it basically said that what he would not acquit the wicked. You know, it's nothing this devil was going to do, you know, to have that judgment be bypassed.
I got a quick one.
I got you, good.
It's Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
Yep, every day. You know, and you gotta think about how that angerness or that fierceness have been multiplied. He been mad at you from the beginning. You know, when you went and put forth that bullshit ass sacrifice. You know, when you put that stuff on the altar, hey, the Lord ain't find fit for it. You know, because He created you to be the it says the way He made a vessel to honor and a vessel to dishonor.
Hey, but that shows that Esau couldn't do righteousness even from the beginning, because he knew the sacrifice that he needed to bring, but he did the opposite. That's why the Lord told him, well, if you do good, shall not you be received? Yeah. But that showed he couldn't do right from the beginning, man.
It says,
because what they had the law at that time. The only way that they could go forth and do the sacrifices, you know, they had to be given the law. You know? But what? Good, you got it out.
It says, he have also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity and have conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
Yeah, he brought forth. Yeah, it's Esau. He brought forth falsehood and everything he do. You know, everything he prescribed in the earth is wickedness. Okay, you know the scripture speak about. Can you get Sirach 10 and start at 1? Oh, for sure. You know, going into that, man. Everything this devil do, you're not to take heed to. You know, that's why it tells us that in the book of Deuteronomy. You know that what if you want a king, right? He has to be one of thy brethren. Well, this devil is not of our brother. Okay.
Verse 15, it says, he made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made. All right, so Esau is actually falling into the ditch that Cain made. All right, he set forth the path of blood, and blood's going to pursue him. It says, his mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. Which pate is the top of your head. Right? It says, I will praise Yahweh according to his righteousness. That's what we can do.
Yep.
We can't do that.
They say that he's going to be taken in his own devices.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Right. And we talked about not too long ago how this devil is good with the human trafficking. That's another thing that sprung up his pride too. You know, because this devil feels as if anything that he does in the earth, who does he have to answer to? You know? The Lord, behold, you have to answer to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Scripture speak about though judgment, you know, is not done executed. It's not executed speedily. Well, that's for this devil as well. You know, because your fate is sealed.
Then you got to deal with the situation too. You know, second Thessalonians,
think
second
about that.
chapter. You go down to the word working. Says, working. He's after the working of Satan. Just to tell you how if he feels he's backed by Satan, he can do what he wanted to do. But Satan, which we know Satan is backed by the Most High. Satan listens to the Most High. All right. According to the church, they tell you that the devil or Satan is at war with the Most High in the heavens. Satan listens to the Most High. Satan is one of the creations of the Most High, so he don't disobey. But this devil listens to Satan and thinking he got something. You know, that's why the scripture says The deceive and the deceiver of his, man.
Right.
So the Lord works both sides. You know? It's a left hand of the Most High, and there's a right hand of the Most High.
It says, "Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?"
It all goes back to what the mindset of these devils. You know, their true inward perception. You know, no one can move me, like the elder just brought out in 2 Thessalonians. Says that what this devil want to set himself on high. That's the whole reason why the MOTB is soon to be pushed to the forefront.
Even there one scripture in the book of Psalms, the 50th chapter. This devil think that his landmarks, he think that his house should last forever. Same slogan he put on the Titanic, which this devil said it can never be sunk. You know, which they sunk it to damn thing. You know, this is the heart. This is the heart of the man himself called Esau Edom, the nation. They feel that they're the biggest, baddest motherfuckers that were ever created, man. While the whole time the scripture they was known as the basis of men. Right? Fucking Neanderthals, man. Cavemen. Right? Go ahead,
And they ultimately sued. You see, that's the whole reason why Yahweh Shemi Shai had the prophets, you know, stand up on our feet and be able, you know, to prophesy these things, because what? It will happen. You know, you're soon to return back to your natural. Everybody in the earth is about to return back to their natural state. The natural state. Said the elder shall serve the younger. Right? Well, you about to go and change. Okay? Even you other stinking ass heathens. Okay? You're going to be subject to being servants as well in the kingdom of heaven. Right? The righteous, right? The elect, Yahshua shall be what? Restored. Okay? Yeah. Everything's going back to its natural course, man. Yeah. What Yahweh Shemi Shai did was what? Show us the difference between light and darkness, man. And this is, it says, well, we live in this evil and, this evil and wicked present as world.
The Lord come and bring back power to Israel, man. Right? Because we were, from the beginning, we were ultimately sent down to govern the earth in righteousness. Right? To be immortal. Right? But, hey, what it tells you that, well, we shall die like men. Our estate was changed. So now the Lord is coming to usher that power back into us, man. Right? And the nations, where it talks about in Deuteronomy, it tells us that that we are a great nation according to our commandments and our laws, right? The Lord is returning that back to us, man. So when we receive that fully in all aspects that you can think about, receiving power, new bodies, right? Well, all of the nations are going to be subject to what? Israel, man.
Yeah. Hey, and that's because somebody came up on the highway and they said, well, we're the Lord's chosen people, then where do all the other nations fall at?
Yep.
Well, good question. They fall into the lot of servitude. Yep. Our servants, man.
Yep.
How you have a king without a servant?
Right.
Yeah. Jake love to talk about how they kings.
Yeah.
He's king. But then point out the fact that people are supposed to bow down to us and serve us. Oh, I mean, that's just like the white man. No, we better than the so-called white man. Right. He's not a king. He's a duke. Right?
A duke, yep.
The duke that has it. Yep. He doesn't have any type of law, statutes, and commandments. He has amendments. He just make it up as he go along.
And that's what it boils back. That's ultimately what it boils down to. You know, they don't want their so-called king, the one that they have chosen, to be subject to serving them. Right. You know, their master.
Yeah, they chose Caesar.
Yeah. It says in John 8, you have your father the devil. For 2/3, your father, your master is this devil. You know, and you're gonna go down with him. The same judgment, you know, that he get, you gonna get it too. Right? And even so more, because you didn't pass the men of Yahweh Shemi Shai that was giving you the escape route. You know, but you ain't want it.
And that's the spirit. You got a Jake over there in the military uniform right now.
Yeah.
He chose his master.
Yep.
There you go. Yep. Probably. Hey.
Oh, you know, he triple chip.
All type of shit.
Triple juice. All type of shit.
Shape-headed and shape-faced.
He got the C-19 up the wazoo.
These Jakes be totally conformed to this world. You know, fully.
I got people in the military, but they crazy dumbasses. They're already getting word about getting the Karakma, man. That's up next. And guess what? Just like prison, you're a property of the state. You don't own your damn self.
That's right.
You're gonna leave. You gonna get it. You gonna leave with a dishonorable discharge, man. Fuck it.
Then they throw that on you. You dishonor. You know what I'm saying? The devil. That's what this devil do. You know, you don't do what he want. Or even when you go to the CIA, the FBI, them agents, when they disown and they get to talking a little bit too much, either they end up dead or they be disowned. You know. they become enemy of the state. You know, for going up against what these devils pushing the earth.
You can tell where I eat, boy. You want to be fresh in that thing too.
Oh yes.
Fresh. Fresh, man.
You had Spirit that you had brought this up earlier in Romans 9. You had brought this out. This Romans 9, verse.
Go ahead. I knew that was gonna happen.
Verse 21 says, "Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?"
Hey, so that's a beautiful point. Who's the ultimate potter? That's Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know, he go ahead.
I was just gonna say this devil will discharge you with a dishonorable discharge, but he's a vessel of dishonor.
Yeah.
How's a vessel of dishonor gonna give you a dishonorable discharge for following Yahweh Shemel Shah?
Right.
Oh, you don't want to put this madness in your arm. You're dishonorable. That's a devil, man.
Enemy of the state.
Yeah.
What's so crazy? What's so crazy about this shit too? It's like you get to a point with the whole thing, man. Jake just duped into doing that shit. You just one of Satan's minions. You know, you don't understand what you're doing. You don't even understand what's finna come. You finna fight. We always say it out here on the block. You finna fight against your Yahweh Shemel Shah and the angels, man. Going to the army and shit. You know?
You know, that's him living out his life. Scripture speak about you know these Jakes being drafted. You know, yeah, you already signed up. Yeah. And he signed up for some bullshit.
We come to the hard realization, man. Even this truth, man. You understand? You gotta call Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah that the position the Lord put us in, based on everybody else. Everybody else, you know, women, different people in our family. The Lord don't. And right now, at this point, they out of here, man. You can literally walk into a Walmart and you can say this. You can probably say this. The bulk of the people that in there gonna die, man. If they're not of the elect, or friends of the prophets, or something like that, they're bound to die, man.
Yeah, no, there's no hope for them. Yeah, that's a beautiful point that you said that because, you know, us men that have ultimately been, you know, granted that the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shemel Shah, and that's why we got to give it all we got. These Jakes on here, they don't got no chance. You know, they chose not to fear Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know, the principal thing in the earth is not here. You know, that's why I told that Matthew the 24th chapter, brothers don't got to get it, but Yahweh Shah said when he returned, who shall he find on earth with faith? You know, having his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, trusting in him to be your deliverer. You know, because even when all hell breaks loose, you niggas, you still gonna be waiting on this devil to come with the Quran. You know, you still gonna be waiting for the solution to be implemented. You know, rather than seeking Yahweh Shemel Shah while he's able to be found.
Looking for the one second after 60.
Nah, it was another one going into how they was going to be drafted. You was drafted that one though. You got it. No one?
You're talking about Joel, right?
I got that one in Joel.
You can bring it up.
This is Joel 2:20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he has done great things.
Keep going. Is there more on
Oh, that was it on that.
Okay, so yeah, all you Jakes, you know, that live so-called deliciously. Can you get that in second Acts 8 and 50? You know, all you Jakes that feel as if you just out here living deliciously, you subscribing to what this devil's army and things of that nature, hey, your judgment is set out too. You know, that's the whole, and it tells us that in 2 Ezra 9:22, that the multitude perished that was born in vain.
The Most High need men for that. Them scenes that's gonna happen over there. You getting zapped, exploding tanks, getting hit inside of the tank. But they need people for them scenes, man. You know, that's why we always going to, man. A lot of you niggas out here, you nothing more than those cameos that's on the screen. You're a stunt man too. You a guy walking down the street one.
Extra.
Background.
Yeah. That's why we say a lot of times watch the news, man shot on such and such street. They don't even say your name.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not part of the big major part of the movie scene, man.
You're not a main character.
You're not a main character of this thing, man. You just a nigga that just bound to die, man.
That's the Lord marking everybody, you know, getting everybody shit lined up.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at them. They judgment already set, you know, but just say they got a nigga that walk on this bridge right here, Edomite or Jake, He might have an evil thought. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck these niggas doing. So you got your ticket out of here.
Just merely clicking on the video, what this bullshit is? Click the video, judge, you got judged. Just by just walking by. Your ears, hears, you see us physically, not. Just you being the parameter of us, man. You judged, man.
All right, until the Amos the night chapter 9-8, that was the Lord answered the son of 16. You know, so everything is being recorded by the angels of Yahweh Shai, and nothing is getting missed.
Hey, the Lord ain't giving you no freeway, bro. Hey, because it's an account with I believe it was if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Timothy with Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul was teaching, but Timothy was just in the perimeter. He was just in the perimeter of hearing him teach, right? He ain't had nothing to do with what was going on, but he was just in the perimeter. He got the message. So you niggas that's walking by, it say that in the book of Ezekiel, what that is, 33 or 30, 33. It tell you that say that they still talking about you in the walls, man.
And we say this too. It's a powerful scripture. That little scripture is in scripture say, "Go teach unto the wind." Well, we necessarily not teaching on the wind because we got the YouTube world, and then also when we do be out here preaching into the wind, nobody out listening. Somebody listening. Where's the nigga that's doing janitorial work over here? That nigga listening, man. Somebody across the street, somebody in the buildings, peeking their interest. What them do? Yeah. That's how powerful this word is, man. I see you guys out here all the time. What are you talking about? Then he hooked. Got him. You know.
If I could just make a point to back the elder up. We were down in New Orleans doing a lesson to the side, and a party bus drove by, and the guy on the intercom said, "Oh, the Hebrew Israelites."
Shout out to the Hebrew. Nigga crazy, man. You know? This is a well-known thing now. At one time, we was out, man, we had to punch niggas upside their hard-ass heads, fight, go to jail. All type of shit was going on. Now it's a known thing now, man. You know, it's a very well-known thing. You can go run past Edomites now knowing, I'm Edom. Damn. Yeah, come on and say, I'm an Edomite.
The
comment boards, all this shit, man.
That shows how strategic Yahweh Shai is, too. Because he'll have a nigga with his windows up. As soon as he see Jake, he'll roll it down or crack it. And he got to hear exactly what he got to, the special thing to hear at that moment. He was like, okay, roll that bitch up. Next thing you know, he on the news. You know? That's the shit that be happening.
Yeah, we had niggas come out there, scarf or do something. And then next thing you know, they on the news, going to jail for some shit. You know? Yeah. That nigga too, man. You know, you got the niggas that ride by. I ain't seen a nigga ride by the camp, let go the wheel, get up in the sunroof. Oh, I should have shot. Damn. But you don't never see him, though. You don't never see that cat, man. But that's just how it is, though, you know? The Lord has set this thing for who he wants, you know? Like these brothers been going into earlier. He's the potter, you know? Some, when you a potter or you a guy that's into the arts, like myself, you paint certain drawings, you draw certain things. Some of them you hold them more dear to you than other things, man. Some of them you just don't, I get that shit away. I'll ball it up in a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's your creation. You can do what you want to do to it. So same thing with men. We are the creation of the Most High. I'm gonna set him aside because I honor him. I put my all into him. You know that guy, like that guy that was out here with the pajamas on? And I'm gonna say this too. We don't know that guy. He could in a month from now. You know, the Most High can raise him up. But I'm saying as of now, the Most High like fuck it. Don't give a damn about him, man. One more thing. That's another thing too. I had to learn in this truth as I was beginning to grow. When you in this truth, man, you gotta understand too. You can't be out here just Jake be full of that zeal, your friends, man, the Lord gonna kill you. Just do your thing with them, man. Over time, your ways are changing and persuade them over. Not just beating them over the head with the truth. Just show near your way, because guess what? He could be your friend today, he could be your friend, and not in the truth today. And then in another month, a year, a week from now, the Lord will put the spirit on them to actually start believing. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta let your ways, your conduct, how you carry yourself in the truth, that merely alone can sway a friend, man. And there is friends of the prophets, man.
That's the whole reason why we was woken up to be what he says, being an example.
Yeah, a beacon of righteousness, a beacon of light to the world, man. And let me say this too: your friends, your mama, Your uncle, your daddy, they see you change. They know you ain't the same, man. You know. But you can't. I'm gonna say this too. But you can't come to this thing you can say them too. You can't. You know. Only if the Most High wills it that way. But you know.
That's why it tells in 1 Corinthians 15, you go to all said that when Yahweh Shemi Shah raised up every man according to his order.
Yeah.
See, the Lord gonna put the spirit on who he want to put the spirit on at the time that it's meat for him. You know, that's why Scripture say, Lord willing, we be meat for the master's use. You know, Lord willing, we can be those prophets that endure to the end that was spoken about in the Scripture.
Yeah, you gotta endure bullshit in here sometimes with certain men. But what it's doing in the long run, it's making you ready for the ladder end of things, man. Jacob's trouble and whatever. You gotta, hey man, when you on that fine road, you gotta learn, you gotta gain experience on that road, man. It's not about the destination, but the journey of the destination, man. What you going through, right? And the most I bring you through the bullshit to build you up, man. He bring you through the rebukes. But hey, them rebukes feel good in the long run, man. And sometimes when you start lifting weights, your body hurting. Sometimes once you start getting your strength up on you, guess what? That pain feels good. You're looking for that pain, man. Same thing with rebuke. Rebuke it's not here to destroy you. It's here to make you better. Because what happens? You grow from it. You grow from pain, man. You put pain on these muscles, guess what? They grow in the end. They get stronger. You know, through healing, man.
There's a song I think is Betty Wright, No Pain, No Gain.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good song. No pain, no gain, man.
You got that real quick?
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, get this real quick.
Second Ezra 9:22 says, "Let the multitude perish, which is born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my
Grape is
plant."
speaking about what? The elect. Go ahead.
It says, "In my plant, for with great labor hath I made it perfect."
This is the point I want to get. With great labor have I made it perfect. You know, with us receiving the toils, receiving the rebukes, the reproof, you know, the correction, us laboring in the heat, you know, rain instant in season and out of season. You know, that's us being made perfect in Yahweh Shemi Shah. You know,
and most things amongst men, you know, a lot of times it be misunderstandings too, man. You know, Jake get emotional. It's not wrong to being emotional, because you got emotional passion. Sometimes Jake get overly emotional, like in the world, and then it's misunderstandings. You're not making yourself clear. You're not telling it how it is. So you gotta grow from. We all growing from that, from being in the fucking world amongst our grandmothers and mamas and aunties, man. That's who fucking literally raised a lot of us. And your daddy really, he's watered down from your mama now. They got the leash on him. So we had to learn to grow how to be men. And these scriptures teach you how to be men, man. Right? You got to understand, some brothers are raw, some brothers are it's in the scripture too. You know, some brothers are forward. Yahweh Shai was considered a forward man. He was real kind of forward and blunt, you know, how he talk and deal. You gotta deal with that. Some brothers are more softer and mellow than other brothers, but all of them are men of the Lord, though, man. You know?
Speak about that in 1 Corinthians 12 concerning the body.
Right.
You know? You see, the men, many members, the men that Yahweh Shemi Shah join you and bring you back to, you know, you're supposed to pick up from every righteous man amongst you. You know?
If I can make a point, the Lord is growing us up to be problem solvers. Right? Because if we're going to govern the earth, we're going to have to know how to solve problems. We're going to have to know judgment. If we're the priests of Yahweh Shemi Shai, the scriptures say the priest's lips should always hold knowledge, hold wisdom and knowledge. So the only way to get that wisdom and knowledge is to go through shit.
You got to be solution-based.
Yep.
As a man of law, you got to learn to be solution-based. Solomon was solution-based, man. Right? You see many other stories, you know, in the scriptures about that's my child. No, that's my child. Well, fuck it, let's cut them in half. Yeah. Then you see the emotions of one based on the other emotions of the other. I don't even give a fuck. I don't have more emotions. That's a child. You know, there's wisdom bring that to you. Experience bring that to you over time. You know, that's why things that you go in this truth, no matter good or bad, you have to embrace them both because you're gaining, you're growing. You know?
They say that the book of Wisdom of Solomon, they say, speaking of Sophia, it says that there is nothing more profitable than a man can have in his life than wisdom. Right? It talks about how it teaches us temperance, prudence, and wisdom, and fortitude. These are all things that we need. When you read the second Ezra, it says that the trial being with hard times, fire, difficult situations, it says the trial, the potter's vessel, right? It says, we Yeah. The man's reasoning, right? Yeah, I think I butchered it. The furnace proof the pot of the vessel. Yeah, that's what it is.
This is Sirach 27:5. It says, the furnace proveth the potter's vessel.
Furnace, what, fire, hard times,
Hell,
right?
hell,
Affliction,
man.
yeah.
So the trial of man is in his reasoning.
They say the trial of man is within his reasoning. The Lord wants to see. We are all under a live evaluation of Yahweh Shai, and it's about how we reason.
Hey, this brother came out. It's probably his third week. But the first or second week he come out, what's Satan do? Give him a ticket. Now it's the test to see what you gonna do after you got the ticket. You gonna still continue to come out? Yep. Same thing happened when I first came out, to the camp being formed in Houston. My fucking racketeering and said, "Fuck you," and broke, and was high. But guess what? They ain't stopped me from going there. I was trying to, even in the high heat of Houston, if I had to ride a bike down there, I was gonna get down there, man. That's all something Satan try to buff you to see, to test you to see what you're gonna do, man. It's all a test.
That's a perfect word. What you gonna do, right? You brought up that comment with Solomon. Well, right before that, the solution, his judgment or way of dealing, his reasoning, he prayed to your Heavenly Father to what? Give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do what? To deal, and govern your righteous people. So the reason why we get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is for governing, not to be proud and puffed up. It's because we're going to be the kings and the priests of the earth. Everything has to work righteous, but you have to know how to be righteous.
Yeah, like we got to order our minds and our what's right.
That's a beautiful point. He didn't pray for homes. He didn't pray for money. He didn't even pray to kill his enemies. He prayed for wisdom and
judge the Lord's people.
That's the thing we should pray for every day, man.
And right after that, the Lord gave him a scenario that he was going to have to apply wisdom. So that's lighting on to us.
Same thing. When we get in the kingdom, the kingdom is bigger than just having fucking women, man.
Yes.
It's about having dominion and power. Being able to exalt that power at will whenever the fuck you feel like it, man. And then the damn thing our enemies can do. That's the true essence of the kingdom. Being able to be free, not having to work for these devils. Being able to just enjoy all the creations of the Most High, the air being fresh, water. We're gonna be able to drink the fucking water from the wells, man. Again, the fruit, everything. Yeah. We're gonna have to be able to be in essence one with the animals again, man. And the most major one of all, being able to have access to Yahweh Shai when we feel like it, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 11:4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth.
Hey, real quick, because you see how this devil deal with the poor, saying what the praise depart not. He set up things in ways so you offend your power, your God. Well, read it again.
It said Isaiah 11:4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
And that's what we're doing right now, the prophets. As it speaks about that wisdom of Solomon in the second chapter, we were made to reprove this devil's wickedness. There's nowhere he can run, nowhere he can hide. Okay? Because all he did with the nations, the people, he says the scriptures speak about how he tread over everybody. He give you fucked up food, water, contaminated water, a natural resource, but yet Jay gotta pay for this shit.
That's in Lamentations.
Isaiah 11:5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. This is back in the elder. That's right, bro.
Yeah, wear that. Yep. Because what we got to keep in keep in our mind that what we're Yasha Allah. We're the princes of the power. We're joint heir with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So what the world is soon to see that when it's manifest. But what it's starting now. It's good to speak about how the kingdom of heaven starts with us, within our in reports, our mindset. How we deal with one another. You see, you got average Jakes that pass, and they see whether brothers go eat out, brothers fellowship. They see how we deal with one another, and it's not no type of way how niggas deal in the world. But why is that? It's because the way that we're governed is backed by righteousness. Man.
That's right.
Hey, not according to this world. It say that we love. It say for us to love one another, but not as of the love of Cain in the book of 1 John.
Yes.
Right. But the scriptures say that a
You know, one
sinful
in
man,
Lamentations about the water.
Like verses 2 and 3.
it say that what a sinful man with disputed friends, man. Right? Well, it say that what that the brotherhood is as what as strong as a what 2, 4, 3, 4 cord, that nothing can separate or come in between, man. You see, because like we was talking about being solution based. When you read what that is, Sirach, it say that what it talks about strife being built up over time. The fire get bigger and bigger, but it say the solution is you either blow on it or spit on the fire. But it say that both of these actions come out of that mouth.
When James said it too, it said the tongue is a little member, you know, but boasting such great things. You know?
Tongue gets you in trouble, man. Yeah. This is what you said earlier. This is Lamentations 5 and 4. It says, "We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us."
Yeah, everything. And that shows that what the curse is on Jay, right? It's one. I think it's 55. It says, "Well, why have you?" It says you bought. You spent money for that which was not. You know. It says, "Come and drink the thirst of the rivers of living water." You know. Jake don't want that.
I told your brother that one time I was in Houston. I always bring it up. I was in Houston. They got to a time where this devil was trying to build the citizens of Houston a tax to where you was getting taxed for breathing air. It was a carbon air bill. This nigga trying to tax everybody, man. But how you gonna tax us in the whole Houston is like one of the most polluted cities too? The smog every fucking where, man. You breathing in chemicals from off these goddamn plants, and any other shit they blowing in the goddamn air, man.
They were doing that in California too a while back.
Yeah.
Jake could only use so much water.
Yeah.
You can't go. Jake, they couldn't go water their lawn no more. You know, that's just devil.
And they got something in different cities called oxygen balls. They do sell oxygen to certain people. They got also little things that you can order on Amazon talking about this oxygen came from the rainforest. It does not, well, you know, it's not mandatory, but they fucking sell air, bro, and that's crazy.
Devil.
I went back what you were saying earlier about how the Lord brings us through trials to be examples of our friends and family. This book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1, it says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee."
What up?
Right. We know the light is Yahweh. It says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light." And Yahweh said, "What? We're the light of the world." All right, Yahweh gave us that light. We're like a beacon to the rest of the 1/3, because all of Israel is not going to be destroyed. We go in on the 2/3, but at the end of the day, the 1/3 is a huge multitude.
That's right.
A lot of Israelites that aren't prophets are going to be saved. A lot of men, women, and children, and some of them right now, they wicked, man.
They wicked.
Yeah. You might look and say, Jake beat up the 2/3. You don't know what the future holds for that man.
Yeah, we don't got a memo. We don't got a list we can go down. Well, you right here. That's your name?
Oh, he ain't made it. He made it.
Yeah, you don't have that right now.
Jake completely forget what he was doing before he came in the truth.
Yeah.
Like you wanted a nigga like 2 years ago. Like,
Hey, but then you got men that's in the Lord shuffling the deck. He ain't no more.
yeah,
You know?
that's in Ezekiel. If you're righteous all the way up until the end and you fall out, all your righteousness is gonna be forgotten. But if you're wicked all the way up until the end, the Lord will forget your wickedness.
I was trying to say it would be some hardest they get delivered. Some of them gonna be able to repent.
My brother made that video about Super Hunter, man. I don't know about that, brother, but it could be motherfucker close to her, man. That motherfucker is a demon, man. Super demon. That motherfucker is scared. Shit. I ain't know you can do all that in that moment and position.
It all goes back to what Yahweh his decision. That's what it all goes back to. You know, ultimately his decision. Who he finds favor with. You know, that's why I said, Lord, what if we be found with blameless and without spot? You know, the scriptures speak about that in the book of Matthew concerning the prodigal son. You know, you had one that did everything fucking right. You know, but you had one that he left, then he came back and made it right with Yahweh outside, and what the Lord got the decking him down. And that's how he gonna do Israel, the elect. You know, being that what it says, seeing that it was not according to your mind to go straight, but seek ye 10 times more, Yahweh Shemashah. Well, that's what the Lord is going to do with his men. You know, the Lord going to be performing miraculous works for us. You know, and great miracles, providing. You got it.
It's Luke 4:28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, So being returned, seek him 10 times more.
You go, and that's what we are subject to doing. They speak about that in second Ezra, but Sirach, Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. It says, "Put not on from day to day to serve y'all by yourself." You know, hey, we gotta be really firm with that fear and trembling that the scriptures speak about. Seeing that we understand the breakdown, right? We can go into the breakdowns and and speak and proclaim all these things, but what if we don't do what's needful? We gonna be found on the other side of the stick as well, you know. So we gotta put work in. Okay.
It's Revelation 2 and 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end. See, the key word is to the end. It's not to the fourth quarter. It's not to overtime. It's until the end. When regulation runs out, all right? And Yahweh Shai comes back and judges the earth righteously. So when you're in this thing, you have to pace yourself and run until you get to the finish line, man.
Yeah, it's good to say the race is not for the swift. You know? Yeah.
All right, verse 26. I mean, and I will give and my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So our gift is going to be power, rulership. And when we come in and we take this place, we've been trained how to run this place, how to be custodians of this place, take care of the animals, take care of the water. We're supposed to be able to go to this river and put our hands up in there and draw some clean water out of there, man. Animals not supposed to go extinct, you know?
Even looking at, the food world concerning so-called homeless, which in this time, you like that, that's Yahweh Bashim Yahshua doing, but you anywhere, lack food, you're supposed to be able to receive food, but this devil raw you out, and he have his way with you. And a lot of times they just kill off a whole bunch of them, all the homeless people, But it says this devil brings forth judgment to the needy,
When they used to do the harvest in Israel, man, and they'll be harvesting corn, they'll leave some behind. Like if they drop it, they'll leave it behind for the poor. We had a welfare system, man.
Yeah.
You got it out.
I got that word power in Revelation 2 and 26. It's one of my favorite Greek words, man. Power, exousia. It says the power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases.
Woo. Hey, the scripture speak about that in Psalms when it says the Lord's going to give us the heathen for possession. Well, we're going to rule them with power. Now, when you have a possession, if I give this brother anything, he's going to do with what he wants with it, right? The same thing with the heathen. The Lord going to personally, and we're going to have hand-picked cargo,
Can I say something back you up? You saw Django out?
Yeah.
You remember the episode when the dude ran up the tree and Calvin Candy was like, he's you don't mind if I do this nigga however I want?
Yeah.
And Django said, he's your nigga, do whatever you will to him.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be flipped, man. Yep. That's gonna be flipped. Yep. You got it, brother.
Yep. That's why Yahweh Shah told us if it wasn't our soul, I wouldn't have told you. Everything that the prophets are telling you people, right? As it speaks about, brothers got to get it, but that's Revelation 11. It speaks about once the Lord gave us, put the Spirit to us, and when we stand up on our feet, the enemy will see us and be mad. Well, we know your judgment. We know your fate. We know what's coming to you. You're going to soon be our possession, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, say that the enemy shall build our walls.
Yep.
Say they're going to be our bond trusters, man. Right? They say there's another in Deuteronomy. It say that all the servants that you shall have shall be of the heathen that are round about you. So that goes back into that. That's your natural estate to be a servant.
It says the ability or strength which one is endued, which he either possesses or exercises, the power of authority, influence.
Hey, because we go with the Lord, Yahweh Shemiah Shah gonna deck us down. You look at certain video games and shit, everybody got certain fighting with Mortal Kombat and things of that nature. Everybody got their own certain attributes. Well, that's what the Lord gonna equip us with. We're gonna be equipped with full power, full power, full dominion. Can we get that in Baruch 2 and 30? Oh, you guys want that?
It says the power of rule or government. The government shall be on the shoulders of Yahweh Shai. It says the power of rule or government.
Hey, because we're gonna be able to control the mind. We're gonna righteously control the minds of the people. After what? The law and the way of Yahweh Shemiah Shah.
Hey,
See right 10.
Hey, it mentioned influence, man. That's that Isaiah the 2nd chapter, man. We talk about from Jerusalem, man. That's complete influence on the world. Well, what it say? They will not. That will not have me reign over them. Bring them hither.
Luke
Right?
19.
Yeah.
It says, the power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to by others and obeyed.
It say must be submitted to. Right? You gotta submit. You gotta obey. It's one in Chronicles, right? It say that they that serve not the Lord God of Israel shall surely be put to death, man. So it's gonna be a great slaughter, man. Right? I had a precept for you too, real quick.
A sign of regal authority, a crown.
Yeah, a crown. That same crown that spoke about in Second Ezra, the 3rd chapter. You know, Yahweh Shah, we're going to receive that from Yahweh Shah. You know, crown represents what? Kings, okay, priests, all right, rulers. That's what we're looking to be. Dominion, yep.
Yeah, I was just going to read this Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. This is Isaiah 2:2. It says, and this shall come to pass in the last days, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established at the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
All nations shall flow into it, man. You know, everybody not gonna be seeking this double no more. As it speaks about, you know, Isaiah 13, Isaiah 14. You know, he's gonna be knocked clean off of that high horse. You know, we're gonna be set up. You know.
Hey, in the NLT it says this is talking about the most important place on earth, man. It's us returning, man.
There you go. Yep.
It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob.
Yeah, let us go up to the governing body. You know, let's go up to the new rulers that's gonna be set up forever. Okay, where we can get righteous judgments and righteous dealings.
Yep. It says, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. It says, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
That's right. Now, it speaks about in the book of Nahum in the 1st chapter, how this devil has to get out of his rulership because what? The law and the judgment, righteous judgments, righteous dealings in the earth is slack. All right? But what? We are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, we're giving out the true judgments. We're giving you the prophecies, the things. But hey, even the key thing, man, is the names. You know, having a true name, Yahweh Yahushua. You know, you don't got that, you don't got nothing. Okay? You don't got faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you don't got nothing. Okay? And that's why it tells us that concerning Isaiah 33:6, all right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy tongue. And a lot of you people, you soon to be caught with your pants hanging down, you know, and you shall not escape.
Yeah, because their trust is in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what it talks about in the book of Isaiah 10. It says that we will no longer stay upon him that smote us, but we shall stay upon the Lord God of Israel. And when we want to stay, it basically means to rely on, to trust in. Right? That's why our faith and our hope is going to reside. Right? It's in also in Ecclesiastes, no, Sirach. It say that what whom hope he is, talking about Yahweh Shah being what? Our hope. I believe that's what, 33rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, they're not going down to Egypt for help.
31, yeah.
They're not going down to Egypt for help anymore. They're staying under the shadow of Pharaoh, as it says also in Psalms 91. But they're staying what? Getting under the wings of the Lord.
Hey, shadow. Psalms 91. Hey, that's pure power right there. From one all the way down. You know, that's
Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous running into it, and it's safe.
It cut you Christians too. It ain't say everybody. It say the righteous. Right now, how do we know who the righteous is in the earth? Well, according to their doings. It speaks about that in Matthew the 13th chapter. Going into what a good tree cannot bring forth corrupt fruit. You know. You got this.
It's Baruch 2:29. If you would now hear my voice, surely.
Not 2:30. It's like
2:30. All right. This is Baruch 2:30, where I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people.
Israel, have time after time after time. You know, the brothers that got kids and things of that nature. When you deal and you be a parent, right? You constantly get them warning after warning after warning until it's no more warning. You know, it's time to what? Give them the issue, right? Chancing them with the rod and they keep it moving. They'll learn their lesson. Well, that's the same thing, you know, because ultimately we get that from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, that's a natural instinct that he gave us. You know, go ahead.
Hey, that was law, right? Because if you had an unprofitable son, that nigga was to be killed, right?
A wicked servant, wicked son.
Get him out of there, bro.
Bring him to the elders and stone them.
Yep, it's a lot of unprofitable children, man. It says to desire them not.
And a whore's daughter too.
Yep.
They were both.
Yep.
We were rebellious sons, and our nation was a whore. So we deserve death, man. It's very important to remember that, because once you understand that, you understand Yahweh's sacrifice and the importance of it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how we ultimately apply humility too. You know, staying humble, you know, and keeping in fear Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because at any moment, hey, that Psalms 51:11 can go out the window. You know, at any moment the Lord can take His spirit from whoever He wants. You know, but Lord willing, we will keep the fear and give that diligence to make our call and election sure.
Yep. They say to consider the wrath that shall meet us in the end, right? Hoping that they say when He shall turn away His face. So we gotta, you know, remain in that fear and hope that the Lord have mercy upon us, find favor. I did a lesson on it. You know, the Lord is gonna have when the Lord returns, either He gonna have compassion on you or your ass is doomed.
There's no in between with the Lord.
Delivery and destruction.
Yep.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
There you go. And right here in spiritual Sodom and Egypt, you know, we're going to remember ourselves. The scriptures speak about how the Lord stirred up our pure mind. It says, well, I will make you, what do you say? I'm going to therefore put you in remembrance, because He once knew this. You know? Well, that's what took place with the middle of the Lord that you see today. Well,
And shall know that I am the Most High their power. I will give them in the heart and ears to hear.
It says that we shall know that, we're going to know that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is our power. Now, in Jeremiah 3, it speaks about what truly hope from, what said the hills, speaking about the heathen, and that hope is vain. But what we know who and what we worship. You see?
And they shall praise. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
And you go think upon our name, because that's the only places where we find true comfort. You know, amongst what reading the scriptures, you know, being joint with the brotherhood. You can't find comfort nowhere else in the world, man.
Hey, that's another key indicator that this Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks about, and that end time prophecy is going to fall upon him. Because when you read in Isaiah, it says that the Lord's sword is bathed in heaven, it shall come upon all of Idumea. Right? That precept right there tells you we're going to be in the land of our enemies, and we're going to think upon the names of the Lord. What's the one in Judges? He said that in the land of drawn waters, in the land of our captivity, it say we're going to rehearse the righteous acts. So that shows that salvation is going to come out of this land, man.
Hey, Jeremiah 16, out of the land of the Lord.
Yep.
Well,
God. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers.
This is the time where we finally put off the wicked shit that happened in Genesis 3. You know, through Yahushua, man. Through Yahushua, we're able to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom that we in today.
Right. Which sinned before the Most High. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers.
Hey, I think I called for it earlier, but concerning 2 Peter's 3rd chapter, it says what many think that the Lord is slack concerning His promises. Well, we're about to see the Lord. We're about to see Yahweh Shem Yahshua come through with the promises, the covenants, the glory, everything that He proclaimed and declared to happen to His precious men in the end times. You know, we're living in them very same times. Well,
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right, hey, because our forefathers haven't received that just yet. You know? So what? It's going to happen in his lifetime. Yeah.
Esau got to go.
Esau got to go.
It's one in Wisdom of Solomon, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but it says that the Lord shall leap from His mighty throne into the land of destruction, man.
Hey, that's a beautiful point too within the scripture. It said the forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It didn't say Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Esau. You know, it stopped at that point. Go ahead.
And they shall be lords of it.
And we shall be lords of it, man.
And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
Yeah, we're going to be increased with what? Their power. You know?
Yep, it say in the book of Isaiah that Israel shall dwell with confidence, man. See, now in this state that we in, we don't have confidence. The scriptures say we live in doubt. What that is? Yeah, say that we our lives hang in doubt before us.
Open noonday.
Yeah, bro.
That's what the scriptures ultimately allows us to do, is to get that power back. The scriptures speak about us putting off that weak nature. When we put off the weak nature, guess what? We get that power back. We get that hope, that confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahshua and none other.
Hey, shit, because that's what we faith. Faith is power, man. It takes faith to pray. It takes faith to do the things that we're doing. The scriptures say that the fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much, man. That's the Lord giving us power. Hey, the three holy children, they had faith that he say, man, the Lord if He don't deliver us from the flames, shit, He gonna raise us up. That was their faith in the Lord,
and still gonna believe.
We seen the end results of that. We've always seen the end results of the things that were written,
and that's what's coming too. Fire is coming. You know, fire is coming. That's why I told that 2nd Ezra 16 and 73, it says for what? The fire shall reveal. Then shall it be known who are my chosen, because they shall be revealed. It shall be revealed by fire. You know, so the same way Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went through that fire, when the fire comes to us, Yahushua gonna be with us, man.
And what they said, this is not a hard matter.
Not a hard matter for us to judge. You know, King David spoke about that too, having his heart fixed in Yahweh. When you go to that word "fixed," it means to be secure. Yeah, secure and established. So nothing can change the mindset of the true men of Yahweh.
That's the word, bro. When you read in Proverbs, it say that the wisdom of the Lord is fitted within our lips, man.
Yeah. Okay, we about to close on this.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land that I have given them.
That's right. And this is also where we're subject to what exhorting, you know, the men, the believers of Yahweh with. You know, we're not going to be diminished. We're not going to be driven into the hands of you filthy ass heathen again. You know, so you can get ready to drink of your cup, man. You know, so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the Lord's elect. I'd like to, close out, give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone, they rule to teach well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds in truth and sincerity. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom. Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Baba Ball.
Shalom.